Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Rich. The name of the channel is The Return Rider. Guys, the last video I put out was with me talking about why I bought the Suzuki Boulevard M109r. I was testing my mic, my new camera, and so forth at the time. Ranting and raving on that video. But guys, this video here, guys, is the few reasons I got back into, is about me returning back into riding and all the steps that I took getting back into riding after not owning a motorcycle for 20 plus years. One of the things that I take pride in doing is getting out and practicing as much as I can on this motorcycle. I'm gonna take you guys along a journey with what I have done, what was encouraged by some of the experts and professionals that I've gotten information from. What I did is I went to Walmart, I bought some tennis balls, I cut them in half. I think I explained in one of my videos that one of the things I did before I got into riding this motorcycle in traffic and in the streets is I loaded up on my trailer. I went to a parking lot and I did some practices to get comfortable with the throttle and control and so forth on this motorcycle. So I'm going to go out today and give you a little example of what I do to practice on this motorcycle. Alright guys, without further ado, let's take a ride. I'm going to be not doing much talking in this video, but just a little bit of scenery. I'm going to the parking lot that I go to get some practice. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video for one of the things that I think was pretty important to me getting back into riding motorcycles. What you're looking at here is an open parking lot by a school. When I first bought my motorcycle, this is where I came out to practice before I actually went to the streets. What I'm showing you here now is some tennis balls that I bought from Walmart that I cut in half. Right now they are laid probably about 15 feet apart. I'm going to use these to do some practices. I'm going to use them for braking, emergency braking. I'm going to use them for practicing how to lean the motorcycle. Something they refer to as the single serpentine. Last video I made, guys, was ranting and raving about why I bought the Suzuki Boulevard M109r. But guys, this is a video that I think is super important. Again, when I started this channel, the goal was to take you along the journey of what I'm doing to stay safe as I got back into riding motorcycles after not owning one for 15 plus years. And this, guys, was one of the key elements. So over there we have the bike. I have some extra tennis balls in the back. I'm going to be using the Insta360 camera to see if I can get some better views and angles of what I'm doing. So anyway, guys, so bear with me while I finish that up so we can do some practices for the safety of riding a motorcycle. All right, guys, one of the first things we're going to do in our practice out today is we're going to be doing something called the slow ride. It's just one of the maneuvers of being able to control the clutch using the rear brake and the friction zone. A little bit of brake, keeping your throttle up as much as you can so the bike doesn't want to fall. So here we go, guys. So guys, one of the things we're going to be practicing now is the infamous U-turn. Again, not something that I'm supremely confident with, but as time go on and the more I practice, I'm becoming more comfortable with it. The tennis balls right now is set up for about an 18-foot U-turn. I'm sure I'm going to miss it on some occasions, but the goal right now is to practice getting as low down as I possibly can, making the U-turn. Now, my last video I said Mojitsu did 18-foot U-turns. That was an error on my part. Apologies to him. That guys were actually doing 16-foot U-turns with a Suzuki Boulevard M109r. So again, guys, as long as you know it can be done, my goal is to come out and practice to be as good as I can be. guys, one of the things that I really struggle with at this Robert Simmons paying it forward practice session was right and left turns. I think on the first time that I did that practice, I actually dropped my motorcycle multiple times. So it's something that I take some pride in practicing now, making left and right turns from the start. The first one I'm just going to ride right through. So guys, thanks again for watching. So felt a little bit lucky. I was out to try to get some footage as I was going out to the parking lot to do my practices. Try to get you guys some scenic footage. Seems like I broke off my GoPro mount here with my Insta360 camera on it. Feel kind of lucky the fact that it fell right back into my lap. I actually got some footage of that. But guys, why it was important to do this video is one of my wife's co-workers, Roberta Ruiz, just purchased a motorcycle, was asking me some of the things that I do to stay safe on this motorcycle and some of the classes and so forth that I take. He just bought, he is a return rider, just did the basic safety class. I'm going to be encouraging him to get out and do some parking lot practices and to come out and do some of these classes with me. I'm even going to be donating for him, to him. I know guys, I'm promoting somebody else stuff on my channel, but this is one of the Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle by Robert Simmons. I'm going to try to make him a preloader. I think that stuff is super important for us to stay safe on these motorcycles. And again guys, you know, thanks for tuning in. It's hard for us to control the environment around us, if we don't have full control of these motorcycles. And with distracted drivers and so forth out there, safety being a priority. Like I said, when I started this channel, I'm learning so many things now that I didn't know before, and I'm excited and crazy about sharing that stuff with some of my viewers and anyone that ride motorcycles, whether they rode in the past and they're getting back into it, whether they're new riders or so forth. I think this stuff is important. So thanks for tuning in. For all of you M109ers group out there, you guys ask yourself the questions, are you the boss of your M109R? Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in. If you like, subscribe. I'm out.